Welcome to Seeds of Thought. Today I want to ask you two questions. What if your biggest problem is not the problem? What if your biggest problem is that you keep explaining it? You can explain why you are behind. You can explain why you are tired. You can explain why you did not start. You can explain why the business is not growing. You can explain why the money is tight. You can explain why the dream keeps getting delayed. And some of those explanations may be true. But here is the danger. A true explanation can still become a comfortable prison. This video is for the person who has a good reason for being stuck, but deep down, you know that reason has started replacing your action. You have been through some things, you have had setbacks, you have had disappointments, you have had seasons where it felt like life hit you from every direction, but now the question is not, what happened? The question is, what will I build from here? Because life does not change because you can describe the storm. Life changes when you learn how to move in the rain. Here is the core revelation. Your explanation may describe your past, but your response designs your future. That is the shift, not denial, not pretending, not acting like pain did not happen. No, this is about refusing to let pain become the architect of your next season. The first thing you have to understand is that many people are not trapped by failure. They are trapped by the story they keep telling about failure. They say, I tried before. I got rejected. I lost money. I trusted the wrong person. I started late. I did not have support. And again, maybe all of that is real, but if the story only ends with why you cannot move, it is not wisdom. It is a wall. Faith does not ignore the wall. Faith asks, where is the door? Most people miss this. The same event can create two different people. One person uses pain as proof that they should stop. Another person uses pain as training for how to move wiser. Same wound, different response, same setback, different decision, same loss, different lesson. The difference is not what happened. The difference is what meaning you gave it and what action you took next. So let's make this practical. I want you to stop rehearsing the whole story and write one sentence. Because this happened, I will now. That is your turning point. Not because this happened, I can't. Not because this happened, it's over. Not because this happened, I'm damaged. No, because this happened, I will now learn. Because this happened, I will now build better systems. Because this happened, I will now manage my money with wisdom. Because this happened, I will now create the offer. Because this happened, I will now stop delaying the work. Because this happened, I will now become more disciplined. That one sentence forces your pain to serve your purpose, and that is the solution. Turn the explanation into a response. Within the next 24 hours, take one controllable action. Not a perfect action, a controllable action. Make the call, write the page, record the video, study the skill, set the budget, apologize where needed, create the plan, clean up the habit, finish the task you keep avoiding. Because action is how you tell your future. The past is not in charge anymore. A business is built on responses. A family is strengthened by responses. A calling grows through responses. Wealth is developed by responses. You do not always get to choose the weather, but you do get to choose whether you plant, prepare, or quit. And here is the faith piece. God never wastes what you surrender, but He will not force you to turn pain into wisdom. You have to bring it to Him. You have to say, Lord, show me what to learn. Show me what to build. Show me who to become. Then you have to move. Because faith is not just what you believe while sitting still. Faith is what you obey while the outcome is still unfolding. So today, stop giving the problem the microphone. Stop letting the explanation become your identity. Stop telling the story in a way that keeps you powerless. Tell it in a way that gives you responsibility. Tell it in a way that gives you wisdom. Tell it in a way that gives you movement. If this message spoke to you, comment. I will build my response. Like this video, subscribe for more faith-based wisdom on purpose, mindset, discipline, business, and personal growth. And download the free guide below if you are ready to turn wisdom into action. Remember this. You may not be responsible for everything that happened to you, but you are responsible for what you build next. Stop explaining the problem. Build the response.